Hey, it's Tanisha Burgess, CEO and founder of Synergy Plus, an association for developmental disabilities professionals, and also creator of Fireside Chats for Global Women. I wanted to come on this evening. It's pretty late. It's about well, it's pretty early for most of us who are probably night owls, about 10:42, and I just left a business social and mixer at the Atlanta Business Journal headquarters here in Atlanta, Georgia. And it was absolutely amazing. Got to meet some wonderful, wonderful people. But I wanted to speak with you all tonight in regards to Fireside Chats for Global Women, in collaboration with the Atlanta Business Journal, also in collaboration with Bold Favor Media Group and international media platforms alike. Fireside Chats for Global Women is storytelling for global women. It sheds light on those women that have faced their fears and continue to face their fears, that in turn completely obliterate the concept of the glass ceiling. The glass ceiling does not exist to the women that come to the fireside to share their stories of trial and triumph. Fireside Chat for Global Women are the stories of women who have navigated through their dark night of the soul moments, as who have hit their level of what we would consider rock bottom, but nevertheless prevailed despite or in spite of the darkness they encountered. We can all attest that when we are going through our dark night of the soul moments where we're facing fears, where we're in the unknown, where we have hit our level of rock bottom, we can attest that we want to know and hear from those people who have gone through the same trials and tribulations, that faced their fears, that navigated through their darkness and made it through it. Not only do we want to hear that they made it through it, but that they made it out of it. Not only that they made it out of it, but that they made it on top of it, where they were able to climb to the tops of their trials and tribulations and mount their flag that says, been there, done that, got the t-shirt, but look at me now, right? These are the women and the stories that give rise and insight into the volition that we need to continue to strive as women. So Fireside Chats for Global Women is a platform for women who I would call, and this is a funny term, and it's a very resonant term, but these are the women who I would call the Latin term, Lirios de los Valles, right? Lirio de los Valles, meaning the lilies of the valley. And if we know anything about lilies of the valley, we know that these are flowers that bloom beautifully in the darkness. And it's not despite the darkness, but because of the darkness, they were able to grow beautifully. So lilies of the valley are the women that come to the Fireside Chat who have endured and navigated through their dark night of the soul moments and have found ways to, in this darkness, save themselves. Hitting that rock bottom for these women allowed something in them to be released or unleashed. The brokenness allowed something inside to be unleashed, so much so in a way that these women became the alchemists of the female species, meaning they were able to turn these seemingly apparent barriers into ladders that propelled them to their greatest height of living well and thriving. So this is why I call them the Lirio de los Valles. It's not in spite or despite the darkness that these women have grown and bloomed, but it's because of it, because in this darkness they were able to find and recreate themselves. That fight or flight kicked in, and these women are the women that chose to fight. So Fireside Chats for Global Women, absolutely. We have the ability to sit and talk with these women who have navigated in their industries, who have in this dark space stitched their own capes, in this dark space became their own superheroes and saved themselves. So Fireside Chats for Global Women. We look so forward to this launch with the Atlanta Business Journal, as well as Bold Favor Media Group and international media groups. We are talking to women here in the U.S. and internationally, sharing our stories, being transparent about how we unbecame in order to become, changing the narrative of Me Too. As we understand Me Too right now, identifying with those who have been victims of abuse, whether through family ties or professional at work or domestic abuse or experienced abuse in our childhood. And we're so glad to hear that tangible steps are now being made in order for women to be able to now change the narrative of Me Too from victimhood to empowerment. So after we have hit our rock bottom, after we have navigated through our dark night of the soul, what can we do to project ourselves into our future so that we may say, in changing the narrative of Me Too, so that we may say that not only in your dark place do I resonate with you, but I also resonate with you in your phoenix rising. For women to be able to collectively say, yes, I came through hell and high water and trial and tribulations, and I'm so glad that I do not look like what I came through. And there are other women that says, me too. Or I left an unfulfilling relationship or an abusive relationship, thank goodness, due to tangible steps, able to climb through that, and now I am inspiring women and children across the planet in order to help them to develop the sense of security they need as well in order to make it through some of these similar experiences they may have had. And there are other women that are saying me too. Or I left an unfulfilling job and I went into business for myself, and now I'm scaling my business and looking at the trajectory of my business in a way that I've never thought imaginable, and I am manifesting wealth, abundance, and happiness in a way that I never thought imaginable. And there are women who are saying me too. So I left an unfulfilling relationship only to cross paths and connect with the most wonderful partner I could have ever imagined for myself, who inspires me, who supports me, who motivates me, who pushes me and propels me to be the greatest version of myself. And there are other women who are saying me too. Or that I didn't, I came from a place where I didn't know where my next paycheck was going to come from or where my next meal was going to come from. But now I am a home chef and a best-selling book author, and I'm voted twice or 3 times on the New York best-selling list. And there are other women that are saying me too, saying me too in regards to your come up, in regards to your rise, in regards to you creating and stitching your own cape and becoming your own superhero. We say me too. And being broken and allowing your inner genie to be unleashed, and you, instead of giving yourself 3 wishes, you give yourself infinite wishes, because you now realize that you are the author of your fate. And there are other women who are saying me too. So we look forward to seeing you on Fireside Chats for Global Women with Tanisha Burgess. And we're excited about creating this change that we, not only change that we want to see, but change that we are being a part of. Fireside Chats for Global Women with Tanisha Burgess, 2019. Have a good night.